Droplets! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I post videos like this often, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the fun. So first up, we've got Jen. Jen is that lovable, kind-hearted, yet sometimes super clueless friend. She's got this innocent vibe about her, but at the same time, she's totally fun and ready to go with the flow. Her personality, well, she's sweet, but she doesn't always get the social cues. That's why I gave her a style that's a little quirky, but still very Jen. I have given her the proper and active traits, and I decided to also give her the aspiration for the extreme sports, seeing as she is very active. For her clothing, I wanted to keep things pretty casual and girly. I wanted to also make sure that we balance it for more active wear as well. So think cute sweaters and relaxed girly vibes, but also tomboyish. She's got that I don't try too hard kind of style, but it still looks effortlessly cute. I do think making these characters were kind of easier, but kind of also not, because they're more um it's simplistic, the word, but their design is less detailed. So I had a lot more creative freedom with creating the characters, but I still kind of wanted it to look similar, and I'm actually really happy with how they turned out in the end. I wanted to make sure that she looked confident, but also, quite timid in the sense. So I really thought that made a difference with her eyebrows. For her clothes, I wanted to keep a similar sporty style that she wears in her main outfit, and really wanted to incorporate the little skirt and everything. I was so upset that we didn't really have a purple hoodie type thing to match, but all in all, I think it's still a cute outfit that you can do. I found it interesting to style her because I typically either go girly or I go tomboy. I don't really do a mix, so it was really fun to see Jen like this. So, like I do with all of the TV show characters I turn into Sims, I base the rest of their outfits solely on their main outfit. And because Jen wears purples, I kind of just ran with it. And I do think it fits. I think she's really cute. And as I said before, it was interesting to try to incorporate both the girliness and the tomboy aspects. But yeah, the pinkish. I think the purple hues reflect her fun, bubbly side, and I think it just fits perfectly with her personality. Plus, it's Jen, so she's always rocking something a little mixed match, but it still works, right? How do you think I did? Jen's always been one of my favorites because she's so real and relatable. She's not perfect, but she's trying her best, and I love that for her. Okay, so next up is Caitlin. Caitlin is a total fashionista, and I think she's probably the most mature out of all of them. She's all about her glamour and always looking put together, and honestly, I admire her confidence. So I, of course, made her a little self-absorbed and kind of jealous, seeing as she can be a bit judgmental at times. But I think it's part of her charm. Feel like she has this whole I'm better than you vibe, but deep down she has a heart of gold. So for her third trait, I might give her self-assured or potentially loyal, but I feel like this fits her. I also gave her the party animal aspiration simply because I feel like she would want to be popular and like be at all the in parties and be with the in crowd. So yeah, for her style, I wanted to go super chic and fashionable. Of course, I gave her this high fashion sleek look that I think was very Caitlyn. I really wanted to incorporate her outfit, but the pink, it just didn't match. The pink wasn't right and it really upset me. The clothing choices is all about class and elegance, and a little of that snobby touch she has. Out of the girls, she's the one I gave makeup to because I feel like she would wear it all the time, and also she prioritizes her money to spend on makeup, whereas the other girls I don't think they would see it as much as a priority. So yeah, I wanted to really emphasize the high maintenance type aspect of her aesthetic and keep everything posh and cute and no mess, like polished. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I tried to give her outfits that I feel would look expensive, even though it's not necessarily. And I don't know, what do you think? Caitlin's always been the high maintenance but secretly caring type, and I wanted to bring that to life with her sim. Okay, moving on to Nikki. Nikki is a total free spirit, and her laid back punk rock vibe is so fun. She's got this sarcastic sense of humor, and she's always kind of the wild card in the group. If you watched 16, you know she's the one who's never afraid to speak her mind or break the rules. So I gave her the self-assured trait, and I also gave her outgoing because I feel like she's very sociable, and she's just the type of person that you would meet at a club and you're immediately best friends with her. I also gave her the muser, aspiration, painter extraordinaire, because I thought she would be very creative. And I find it so interesting because when this is publishing, I'm pretty sure we're going to have the new businesses and hobbies pack. So she would definitely be the type of girl who would turn into a tattoo artist. I totally see that for her. So if you end up downloading her, you can always make her a tattoo artist in your gameplay. So I really wanted to go all out for her look. So for the makeup, she does wear like a bold look, and I thought it would look really interesting, especially because she kind of has a monolid. I wanted to make her more dramatic in terms of the makeup style, and I really wanted to incorporate some uh colored hair in her. So I ended up using this hair that I never use, and I think it just suits her, even though it has a little blue aspect, and I wanted to solely be purple. But yeah, in terms of the makeup, it's a stark difference between Caitlyn's makeup. It's not as subtle or chic, but I think it still works. And when I say I'm so angry about the jeans in the game, um, solely for this purpose, because she kind of wears low-rise baggy jeans, and I wanted so desperately to use CC, but I said no, I promise, so I didn't. Okay, so I wanted to give her kind of like she doesn't really care about the rules. So for her formal outfit, she's not actually wearing something that would typically be seen as, you know, formal, but it's still respectful in her eyes. I wanted to make sure her clothing was dark and just edgy. I really liked her character and her style. I feel like I need to make more punky, rocky type gals in the future because this is really fun to do and I love piercings. I really wanted to use CC piercings, but it's fine. And can I just say, since I don't know if you've watched my witch cast makeover, but I have been obsessed with giving my female Sims that little halter neck dress. And I've never used it before. I used it for Tarani, I believe, and I have not stopped since. And I'm honestly obsessed. Yeah, so I did want to incorporate a lot of things from the werewolf pack because that is just so easily punk with or grunge maybe, with like black ripped jeans and graphic tees. I feel like that really fit her, but I wanted to try to go outside of that as well with other things. And I don't know, because they're teens, their stance kind of looks weird, but trust me, game, trust me, in game, they don't look like that and the clothes don't fit them like that. I added some edgy accessories like the chunky boots that came from werewolves, and I really wanted to give her a choker necklace, but the choker necklaces in game didn't really fit. But yeah, really wanted to capture this rebellious spirit. I didn't want to go too crazy, keep it dark, bold to reflect to reflect her punk aesthetic. I just feel like seen I've never seen a sim that could pull off this hair, and I love it. Her hair's kind of like messy, like I don't care look, because I doubt Nikki would spend hours in front of the mirror, right? Honestly, Nikki is such a cool character, and I had a blast putting this look together. She's the friend you'd want by your side when you're ready to break some rules. Definitely takes ride or die seriously, and I love that. Next up is Jonesy. Jonesy is practically the definition of a slacker with charm. He's the guy who never really takes anything seriously, but somehow gets away with everything. He's got that classic bad boy vibe, but he's also pretty lovable and goofy, especially when it comes to his interactions with the other characters. I gave him the romantic and lazy traits because I felt that that fit, and I also gave him a chief of mischief aspiration because I feel like he's not necessarily as rebellious as Nikki, but he likes to stir the pot a little bit, you know? Oh, I don't know. I think he turned out really well. I'm actually really happy. Of course, I have that special condition that most simmers tend to have, where you can't really make male sims. But I love how he came out. I gave him a little puka shell necklace because I feel like he just would have that, you know? Like Jonesy to me is the type of guy you want to hate but you can't. And so I don't know. I don't know, I really like him. I'm sorry. Okay. For Jonesy's style, I kept it simple but cool. I went for a more casual, laid back look. I wanted like t-shirts, graphic tees, baggy jeans, and sneakers. Nothing too fancy, just chill, kind of like I woke up like this, you know? His hair had to be a little messy. That's why it took me a while to figure out. But I feel like in the end it turned out well. Because it's Jonesy and he doesn't care much about keeping up appearances. The relaxed, carefree look really suits him, and I think it totally reflects his personality. I had so much fun making Jonesy because honestly, I think he would be the easiest one to hang out with. He seems like he has the chat, he has banter, and he's just down for anything. I think he would be one of the coolest guys to hang out with out of the three. Okay, so now we've got Jude. Jude is hands down the the biggest surfer dude of the group. I couldn't differentiate between whether I thought he was more surfer dude or more skater boy, so I kind of did a mixture of both. I feel like he's all about good vibes, skateboarding, surfing, and honestly, he's probably the most chill in life, you know? I mean, he's never really bothered by anything, which I think is kind of awesome. I gave him the bro trait. I gave him the bro trait, obviously, and I also made him unflirty because I remember there was an episode where it was kind of showed that he doesn't actually have a lot of experience with girls, and so I did want to incorporate that for the unflirtiness because I feel like he's the type of guy who doesn't know you're flirting with him, and he's just like, oh my gosh, the vibes are just so good, like she's such a cool gal, and we're like, no, Jude, no, she's trying to flirt with you. And I also gave him the active aspiration because the bodybuilder aspiration because obviously he's really active. For his third trait, you could do active as well. That would be good. But you know, he's just chill vibes. You know, I feel I don't know. I feel relaxed just thinking about him. For his style, I went with a lot of laid back beachwear, skater wear. I had to try to get into the mindset of like. What would you wear to a skate park? Is it even called a skate park? I don't know. Well, yeah, I had to get into the mindset. I was like, well, this would be good because you know, if he falls, he won't like scrape up his arms and stuff. I don't know. I don't know much about skating, except for the skater boy craze. You know, that's as far as my knowledge goes. And trust me when I say I was singing Skater Boy the whole time making Jude. I'm not even embarrassed to say it. I was singing it at the top of my lungs. Um, I wanted to give him like tank tops, board shorts, flip flops, but also, you know, he's just a Converse type of guy. You know, he's just a Converse type of guy, and I wanted to make sure that he had a lot of sneakers. I don't know. I feel like I would love to be friends with a guy like Jude, but I also feel like I'm not calm enough to be friends with a guy like Jude, and I'll probably just be very annoyed at how calm he is. You know, like I'm reacting normally to a situation, and he would just be like, you know what, life happens, you know, and that wouldn't help me. But no. What do you think? Are you capable of being friends with such a chill guy? If you are, I applaud you because I'm definitely not. He was a skater boy, says he a little boy. I really wanted to give him a beanie because I was like, when you think of these type of guys, they obviously like wear beanies. So I had to, you know, and of course it's his style. So I just really wanted like a little curl in the front. But beggars can be choosers when you think about it. Oh, and he's cute. Jude's cute. When I was making them, all three of the boys, I was like, who is my favorite? Because they're just all really good. They're really cute guys. Oh, bless. Anyway, yeah. So I wanted to prioritize comfort. I felt like he was the type of guy where you would like realize maybe when you're at a beach with him or something that he never actually takes off his beanie. And you're just like, why don't you ever take off his beanie? And yeah, those are the vibes I was getting. So I made sure his hair was like beach ready, you know? Like he's been out in the summer day. He just, you know, it's difficult because there's not many hats that I like in The Sims, so I just had to give him I just know though, deep down. I just know. I wasn't sure. Okay, so I wasn't sure. I feel like deep down he would be one of those people who secretly has tattoos and you're just there like, what at your head? But I also feel like he would be the type of person who would be like, don't mark up your body, like your body's beautiful, don't like ruin it. So I decided to not give him a bunch of tattoos, but he does have a little tattoo on his ankle, just like the sun one. So because he's beach vibes and just like chill vibes, you know. I I just felt like that felt right. Jude has always been the zen, relaxed guy in the group, and I really wanted to capture that peaceful vibe, you know. So I hope you like him. Last but not least, we have Wyatt. Now, Wyatt was kind of easy simply because I knew what hair I wanted to give him. And then, so I came into making a sim being like, oh, I'll just use that hair. And then it didn't fit well. And, anyway, Wyatt is the nice guy who kind of gets overshadowed by the more outgoing personalities in the group. He's sweet, a little nerdy, and he's always there for his friends, even if they don't always appreciate him, which is oh, I love, oh, okay. He's also got a bit of a crush on Caitlin, so I made them date. I'm pretty sure I set them as partners in this, because I was like, you know, like, throw a dog a bone, you know? It's adorable but also tragic, and I'm just like, why, you're so cute. I gave him the perfectionist and music lover traits because obviously he is a music lover, and I also gave him the aspiration to want to write music, and I think that's so good. I don't know, why is adorable? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but he's just so cute and so kind, and he's so supportive, and I wanted to try to give the nice guy vibe, and I hope that showed. And also, I found myself giving him a lot of reds and maroons simply because he looks good in red. Like, I know red looks good on darker skin tones, but like, I was shocked at how well he just fit the color. Anyway, for Wyatt, I went for a more nerdy, preppy style. I gave him button-up shirts, you know, just trying to look like he's smart. Not as polished, maybe, as Caitlyn, but still ready and prepared. And I think that's why they look cute together, because they both really value appearances and not necessarily for the shallow aspect, but they know that if they look good, they feel good, and people see them differently. His obviously had to go for a kind of nerd chic, because if he's dating Caitlyn, he obviously has to add some chic into the nerdy aspect. I wanted to make him look approachable, but a little shy. So long sleeves, because he's kind of just like inward, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Mind your business. I just think he was so cool. He was such a simple and classic type of guy to make into a sim. Like, he's the type of guy who you could tell anything and he would support you. Maybe he shouldn't, but he would support you. And I think I nailed that in his sim version. So there you have it. That's my take on turning the 16 characters into sims. Each of them has such a unique personality, and it was really fun trying to capture that through their styles and aesthetics. I hope you guys really enjoyed seeing how I brought Jen, Caitlyn, Nikki, Jonesy, Jude, and Wyatt to life in The Sims 4. Let me know in the comments who your favorite character is and why. Do you agree with the choices I made? Let me know in the comments who your favorite character is and why. Do you agree with the choices I made for their look? What other characters would you love to see me recreate in Sims form? Thanks for weathering the storm. Shower me with a thumbs up and make it rain on that subscribe button. And as always, have a lovely day, afternoon, evening. Bye!